Hi, everybody. It's Tuesday, November 3rd. It's great to be with you today. I hope you had a great day yesterday. We're looking at those accounts of Jesus where he shows us how to connect with people in relationship because finally everything is about relationship. Jesus came to connect with us in relationship and connect us to the Father. Um, he begins us in this relationship in our baptism where we hear the voice of the Father saying to us, "This is my beloved Son, this is my beloved daughter." Why? Because of what Jesus has done for us, right? And this is what we've talked about as we enter this new land, both what we're doing electronically online and as we enter this building. Uh, it's not just about building. It's not just about what we do on Sunday morning. It's not even about filling it with people throughout the week. It's about what happens when we do that. It's about being here and looking to connect in relationship with people. And Jesus did this again and again. Uh, so I'm going to read you this next story, and we'll talk about it a little bit. This is from Luke 19. Jesus entered Jericho and was passing through. So he was just kind of passing through, right? A man was there by the name of Zacchaeus. He was a chief tax collector and was wealthy. The tax collectors were the lowest of the low. They were the kind of traitors to their people. They were looked down on. They were social outcasts, but they were wealthy, right? And they had around them people that were social outcasts as well, but they had money. And so it says he wanted to see who Jesus was, but being a short man, he could not because of the crowd. So he ran ahead and climbed a sycamore tree to see him, since Jesus was coming that way. So here's this little guy, and he's curious about Jesus. He climbs into a tree, and he's kind of looking in, on the outside looking in, right? And when Jesus reached the spot, he looked up and said to him, "Zacchaeus, come down immediately. I must stay at your house today." So notice what Jesus did here. First of all, his eyes were open. He cared enough to see that someone was on the outside looking in. He cared enough to see that Zacchaeus longed to be connected. He cared enough to see those things. And then he had the heart to look to do it and the wisdom to know how to meet Zacchaeus in his home territory, so to speak, on his home turf. What does it say to us, huh? As we take this next step in ministry together, as we live our lives, to have our eyes open, to see those who are on the outside looking in, to have the heart to want to connect with them, and pray every day to have the wisdom to do so, to meet them on their home turf, so to speak, so they're comfortable, to sit and listen to them. Huh? So he says, "Zacchaeus, I'm coming to your house," and Zacchaeus, he gets excited. He came down at once and welcomed him gladly. And then it says, all the people saw this and began to mutter, "He has gone to be the guest of a sinner." So here's the next thing. Jesus didn't care what other people thought. He looked to connect to those who are on the outside looking in. So when we're in ministry in this building, we need to have eyes that see, hearts that long, and wisdom that finds ways to connect, to listen, to be there for others, and certainly in our lives as well. And things happen when you do this. Jesus, of course, went to his house, and probably it wasn't just Zacchaeus, probably a bunch of his low-life cronies were there, huh? So he connected with them as well. But look what Zacchaeus would do in front of his low-life cronies. He said this, Zacchaeus stood up. All right, so in his home with his guests there, he stood up and said to the Lord, "Look, Lord, here I give half of my possessions to the poor. And if I have cheated anybody out of anything, which he most certainly did, I will pay back 4 times the amount." He was a changed man. And he wasn't just changed with what he did on the outside so that Jesus could see him. No, Jesus said, "Today salvation has come to this house." In other words, his actions flowed from his faith in Jesus. Where did all that come from? Jesus took the time to develop relationship. And from that, Zacchaeus could see Jesus for who he was. came to faith in him, and it changed his life. Would you pray with me? Dearest Jesus, we thank you for showing us these insights into how you lived your life. We pray that every day you would open our eyes, whether it's in our individual lives or our lives here, perhaps at worship, perhaps in other ways throughout the week. Open our eyes to see those who are on the outside looking in, who are longing to know what you are all about. Give us hearts that long to help them, and wisdom to take the step to meet them where they're at. And Lord, through all of that, we pray through that relationship that is begun, that your Spirit might work, so that they too might come to that place where they put their faith in you and are a child of God. We pray in your blessed name. Amen. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. May God be with you. Bye-bye.